The Navajo Technical University Electrical Engineering Program partnered with Seattle University and Sandia National Labs to study, model, and design off-grid residential electrical systems on Native American reservations. This research focuses on improving the design of future off-grid systems on the Navajo Nation based on the collected load data.
So the off-grid project is a collaboration with Dr. Henry Louie, Seattle University. This project was to basically study the performance of off-grid power systems, solar power systems on the Navajo Nation. And so there's a large number of Navajo that are living off the grid. We were able to get collaboration with NTUA, which is the Navajo Tribal Utility Authority, to get access to the data. And so one of the things that Henry discovered was that the batteries in these systems were failing way ahead of what they should. And so we believe it's one of the causes is that we have such extreme temperature shifts, from very hot to very cold. But and that would be one of those things that would be a good, graduate student research project.
Majority of Navajo Nation residents don't have running water or electricity. And in recent years, they've been implementing, solar panels through the Navajo Nation. The majority of Navajos, they kind of band together to help assist the certain people who kind of just be overlooked by Navajo Nation as a whole. It's funded through a grant. It's mentioned in the proposal what it's meant to do. So if you select a grandpa who's living in a shack, he would most likely qualify for the off-grid project to get solar installed in his house.
We've been working on a collaborative project with Navajo Technical University aimed at trying to understand the role and the future of off-grid electrical systems on the Navajo Nation. Presently, there's maybe 10 or 15,000 homes on the Navajo Nation that aren't connected to the electrical grid. NTUA, the Navajo Tribal Utility Authority, has installed several hundred off-grid electrical systems using solar power, batteries to provide some electricity to these homes. These systems are equipped with data acquisition systems that monitor things like the battery voltage and how much power the home is using. But there's a gap there because no one is really analyzing this data to really understand how the homes are using these systems. And there's a lot of insights that we can gain by analyzing that data. Understanding how much electricity a home uses helps us understand how to right-size the system, to process that data and to analyze that data to give us better insights to understand how the systems are being used and how future ones could better serve the people there. Some of the challenges that we've encountered along this project have to do with just how careful you need to be when trying to do surveys or anything that involves human subjects, as they say, on the Navajo Nation. There's unfortunately a dark history of external universities exploiting the people, the data from Navajo Nation and other places. So you have to be really careful for that. It's Navajo data. It came from Navajo Nation. It belongs with Navajo Nation, and that's the vision that we share for this project.
Electricity is not just wires and switches. Those to us are living elements. To us, they are sacred. The lightning interacts between Mother Earth and the sky, Father Sky, and they produce vegetation. The first spark of the life in the natural world. This is the lightning spirit. In Navajo mythology, this holy person carries the fire of the creation of the sky. Lightning is not just dangerous, it's sacred. It brings messages, power, and life. But we gotta really respect it. Today, energy like the wind, the solar, the uranium, are we using the power in a good way? That's what our elders say. Did we have permission of the earth before we dug into her body? Is this for balance or for profit? In our Navajo teaching, we stress all the time of moderation. We need native voices. We need more labs. We need more fieldwork. And this is what Dr. Romai did. My quote is, STEM is strong when it includes Indigenous voices. Native youth carry the tools of tomorrow and their teachings of our ancestors, building bridges between vision and innovation.
NTU enjoys relationships with multiple R1 institutions, which serves them in internships, research partnerships, and faculty support. The UC Berkeley Development Engineering Program partnered with NTU in the summer of 2025 to create engineering solutions, design, and entrepreneurship projects and curricula that are grounded in Indigenous knowledge and relevant to NTU students, staff, and faculty. One of the promising results of the UC Berkeley NTU collaboration is the creation of a graduate-level course design developed by one of the Berkeley Development Engineering students, Mark Barrand, in collaboration with NTU students and staff. The course, Renewable Energy and the Navajo Nation, is intended to be an upper-level undergraduate or graduate class designed for students in electrical engineering at Navajo Technical University.
We're here in Seattle learning more about what Henry Louis' part of the whole off-grid solar project looked like, what his students were up to, and then kind of what the next steps are for my own personal work in Capstone. So I think it's great. I think it's really cool to see the Seattle U students to struggle with, what kind of environment the desert is, because up here it's basically a rainforest. It could not be any more different. So it's really cool to kind of see how the two groups working together are exchanging knowledge in different ways and, learning how to be better engineers by proxy.
Thank you to Seattle University, the other universities we're working with, as well as NTU and the Sandia National Labs. It's a great experience.
What's unique about this partnership is that we do have relationships with the national laboratories. At Sandia and other places. The national labs have always been good partners, and they're always anxious to make things work for the communities that they're within. And I find that a valuable asset to bring together with our academics, their science, to the communities.